Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I will be continuing in my series of the Summer Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. I have made this cute little flamingo journal out of items from the Dollar Tree, of course. And if you want to see the last few videos, I'll put the links down below. Last time I put my pages in, so you can see that. I also have one on making the cover, and also making painting papers for the inside. And then the first one was my shop with me and haul video. So this time I wanted to make some embellishments for the book. And so I have some items gathered here. I have some paper clips. I'll probably just make a couple to stick in the book to attach little ephemera pieces. I have some fabric left over. I made the spine and the ties with some of the other fabric in this pack. So I'm going to use this to make a tassel. I also have twine that will be for the tassel. And then I have two ribbons here. These are not Dollar Tree. I did not find any ribbons at the Dollar Tree that I went to for this when I went shopping. So I just pulled a couple out of my stash. So I have a polka dot and a plain pink. I also pulled this out of my stash. This was some fuzzy yarn that I found at the Goodwill bins, but it just has fun colors, goes perfectly with the journal, so I'll use that. And then two more things here. I have one of the bags. I'm going to make a belly band by fussy cutting the images out of this bag and then sewing them together down the middle to make a belly band. And then I'm going to use this crepe paper and sew a little ruffle to go along a couple of the pages. So yeah, let's just get started with all this. I'm going to start by opening up my crepe paper, and then I'm going to start folding it kind of in a ruffle. First I need to cut off that extra part there with the glue. But I took the end and just started folding it like in a ruffle pattern. And I'm just going to go until I get to be a little bit longer than the height of my book. And I'm folding it about every ½ inch. This you could do as tightly as you wanted. You could also cut this in half lengthwise and make it a skinnier ruffle, but I'm going to just keep it the width that it is. And I believe it's probably about 1 3/4 inches maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think it's 2 inches wide. It's just the typical size crepe paper. And then I cut that off, and I'm going to make another one because I want to have 2 ruffles inside the book. This would also be great as a belly band on a page. And I do as well use a little bit of the scrap of it just as a tab on one of the pages. You'll see that here in a bit. But I'm going to fold this, and then I'll be taking these both over to my sewing machine, which I'm not going to show on camera. I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch down the middle, and then I'll end up gluing it on the pages here in a bit. I made them a little bit longer than my pages, and then after I glue them down, I just trimmed them. So those are done, and now I'm going to take the lunch sack, and I'm just going to start cutting out one of each of the images that are on the lunch sack. Just do some fussy cutting. I really love this bag because you could do so much with it. You can cut out all these pieces like I am. Those could be decorations on the page just individually, or you can layer them up with other paper And the crepe paper, actually, I might make some little embellishments with these pieces as well as the crepe paper later on. I could use these also to alter playing cards or tickets or tags or whatever. And I do plan to maybe cut out that it's summertime there and put that on one of the pages. So now I'll just go through and cut these all out. I'd love to know what themes you guys are working on as far as your junk journals go, and if you are participating in this challenge, what theme did you decide to go with? There were several that I saw at the Dollar Tree that would be perfect. Any of the fruit themes, or maybe a sunflower theme, just a general summer theme. A beach theme or Hawaiian theme would be fun. They also have all of the gardening, like you could get a seed packet and make little journals. I did that earlier on, a few videos back if you want to look at that. I made 2 sunflower seed packet journals, and those turned out really cute. Somewhere that you could look for possibly a cover for a summer journal is maybe in the greeting cards. I didn't find any that I really liked that I could include in this journal, but I'm sure there are lots of possibilities as far as a theme could go for that. A 4th of July would be also a great theme, and they would have a bunch of stuff at the Dollar Tree right now for that. So now I'm just going to position all my pieces, alternating the colors and just layering them. And then I'll be doing little bits of glue onto a strip of paper here in a second, and that will just help me have some stability when I go to sew it. I thought I would cut a piece there, but then I just decided to cut a strip of white cardstock. I cut about a little less than 1/2 of an inch, and then I cut it down to the height of my book. Now I'm just going to take my tacky glue and just put a dot of glue and then one of the cut aparts, and then just keep layering it all the way down that strip. And I'm covering up the white strip. And then before I take it over to my sewing machine, I'll let it dry and then sew it, just so I don't get glue on my sewing needle. But I do a zigzag stitch down the middle as well on this one, and I'll bring those back and show you here in a couple seconds. And there they are. I just sewed down the center. I used a regular needle and regular thread, and I made a wide, I think it was a 3.5 inch length zigzag stitch. And then I'm just going to put a strip of tacky glue down the side of my page and stick one of the pieces down, and I'll do that on another page as well. And then I just trimmed the top and the bottom. And then I'm just making sure that it's all lined up straight. And then I put a piece in the back, also on a piece of graph paper. With this extra scrap, I'm going to stick that onto one of the papers just as a little tab on the page. And then I'm going to glue the belly band part, just some glue at the bottom and the top of the page. And that's where that one will be. And that will make a nice little tuck for some, like a journaling card or ephemera. Now I'm going to work on a couple paper clips and my tassel, and then the journal will be done with these embellishments anyways. I'll probably make a few more embellishments before my final flip through. Just kind of seeing how long I needed to make my ribbons. So now I'm just going to cut some pieces for the tassel and for the paper clips. For this paper clip, I'm just going to pull the lip through the end of the paper clip and then pull it over the two ends and then trim them off. And then I'll use some tacky glue on the back and put a little bit in the little hole there in the back, and then when it dries, that'll keep the ribbon from coming apart. And then on this one, I'm going to cut a strip from my fabric to be in part of the tassel, and then use some of it for another paper clip. I thought I could rip this fabric, but it is really tightly woven, so I just had to cut it all the way down. So now I'm just going to put this one on the yellow paper clip and just do the same thing. Tuck the loop through the paper clip hole and then wrap it around and stick the ends of the fabric through. Just pull that tight and trim off the ends, and then I'll add a little bit of glue at the back so that it doesn't come apart. Now I'm going to cut some of my fuzzy yarn there, a couple strips for the tassel. I tried to make another paper clip, but I didn't like how this looked, and you can't even see it anyways. I was just basically tying a piece of the fuzzy yarn on it, but it just doesn't stick up enough for me, so I just set that to the side. I might use it, I don't know. Maybe I'll use that piece in a tag or something. Alright, I'm going to layer all my pieces here just so I can see them all when I put them on the paper clip for the tassel. I'm sticking the ends through the paper clip, and I apologize that you can't see that. I didn't realize I was off the camera there. I just took all the ends of one end and stuck it through the bottom of the paper clip, and then I'm moving them around till I see that I like the way it's laying. And then I'll take some of my twine and I'll tie the twine around up at the top. I added a piece just free in there, and then I'll take the twine again and tie it off at the top. If you want to make this a little bit easier, you can tape your paper clip to your table, and that will keep it still so that when you try and tie everything together it's a little bit easier, but I was fine with doing it this way. So now I'm just kind of pulling the pieces down so it's tighter up at the top, and then I'm going to wrap it around 10 times. And I'm wrapping from the side that's on, still coming from the spool, and then I'm going to double knot it using the other end. And I kept the knot in the back of the tassel. So then I clipped them off, and then I'm just pulling them through to make sure it's all nice and tight at the top. And then I'm going to put the paper clip up here. Now, I do change this out for a tinier paper clip because I didn't like how far down the tassel was starting. So I found a small pink paper clip to replace. So I just pulled it all off the end. Unfortunately, I was able to put the smaller paper clip through all the pieces, and they ended up catching, so I didn't have to retie everything. And then I'm putting that on there, and I'm going to go ahead and trim them shorter so they're not all so they're not going past the length of the book. They can be different lengths. I just didn't want it to be longer than the height of the book. I also looked in my stash of beads that I've picked up at the Dollar Tree before, and I didn't have any colors that I liked that I thought I could add to this. So now I'm going to add my paper clips in, and that will be it. So I finished all the items that I wanted to. Hopefully this gives you inspiration for your journal. If you're working on a Dollar Tree journal right now, a summer journal, or some sort of dollar store journal, just be sure to comment down below. Let me know if you post a video or a reel or a story over on Instagram or something here on YouTube. Also a post, whatever. I'd love to know if you're joining in on this challenge, and if you do, I will write down every time you post just along your journey of making the journal, the process. And then if you do a flip through or anything like that, any kind of completed photos, I will include an entry into a giveaway at the end of this series. And so the next video probably will be my full flip through, And then a week after that, I'll leave the giveaway like a week after. You can keep entering, posting videos and things like that, and I'll enter you into the giveaway, and I'll do a video to reveal who won the challenge. And it will be an ephemera pack, and I'll just find out from you what kind of theme. I have lots of product that I use to make my journals, so if it's a summer theme that you want or any other theme, I will try and come up with something to send to you for the giveaway. So yeah, and this will be in international as well as in the United States, so be sure to join. Let me know when you do post anything, and I'll include you in the giveaway. So if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.